When a severe storm hits, hail and high-speed winds can cause excessive damage to your home. This can lead to blown-off shingles, broken windows, siding damage, and leaking inside. If you suspect your home has been hit with storm damage, contact CNN Construction today. We are a proud GAF Master Elite contractor, offering free exterior home inspection for storm-related damages. CNN is a reputable licensed roofing and general contractor working hand-in-hand with insurance companies and homeowners every step of the way through the difficult claims and restoration process. We will meet with your insurance adjuster to discuss the damages to your property, the value of those repairs, and the scope of work needed at your home. Our skilled team has you covered and will leave your home looking brand new. Give us a call today at 844-415-ROOF or visit our website at cnroofs.com for a free exterior inspection. CNN Construction. We find the solutions, not the excuses.
Hang on a second, guys. One second.
What up?
We've got to give a shout out to South Nashville Heating and Cooling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Friend and supporter, show and proof. Also, the longest running sponsor of I Got Some Shit to Say, the podcast.
Absolutely. Look, man, South Nashville Heating and Cooling, where quality and craftsmanship come together. They've been doing this since 1985. That's almost 40 years of service. Expert designs, quality installations, superior service.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
Tell me.
I feel confident in the fact that South Nashville Heating and Cooling will keep me warm in the winter.
For sure.
It'll keep me cool in the summer.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, these middle months, you'll be comfortable even then.
Absolutely, dude.
Y'all know the deal, man. South Nashville Heating and Cooling, we love those guys. Y'all see the name, y'all see the number. Tap in.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Always.
Do you want to switch with me?
No. I'm going to make it work. I'm not going to bitch about
I'ma
it.
make it work. I'ma make it work. I'ma make it I'ma make it I'ma make it work. We in number 5, bitch. We number 5, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Fun facts.
Opposite of shy, bitch. I don't know.
Sounds may seem a little loud. But
it's
all right. It's I got some shit to say to podcast, man.
We're back like we left our car keys on the kitchen counter right next to the 12-pack of Bud 11 wrestling ticket. Shout out Jeff Foxworthy.
Hell yeah. How's it go? We're back like we don't stop because trust us, we never do.
Yeah.
There it is. Y'all know me.
Fuck you, Squints.
That's right. R.I.P.
Whizzle Fizzle.
Forever and always. With me as usual, to my left, we have the one, the only, the multi-talented ChadArmesTV.com.
Top 5 podcaster, too.
That is absolutely correct. Co-host of the most fucking, I don't know, most anything. Top 5 music podcast on Spotify currently while we're recording this as of today. Hey, well, let's hit this for us.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. You heard it that. You heard it that right.
Yep.
Cinco de Mayo. Look, I charted with dropping music this year or last year, and I charted with fucking podcasting this year.
I mean, you've charted multiple times on the podcast.
We've charted, and all the above.
Yeah, the significance with this particular moment on our journey of the podcast is literally we've only cracked the top 10 one time. And it was a couple months back. I don't even remember what episode propelled us to that portion. But we were anxious to get, since we cracked the top 10, we have stayed in the top 50. So we've been charting. But when we cracked the top 10 again about a week ago from when we were recording this, obviously the goal was to get past 7 because 7's the highest we've ever charted in that category.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We're recording this on a Saturday. This is going to come out Friday.
It's like 6 days after we recorded.
Right.
Yeah. I know maths.
You definitely do. But earlier in the week, we cracked the top 10 again, and we hit 8. And if you guys can look on our social medias and see this timeline because it happened really quick this time. We went from 8 on a Tuesday to back to like 6 yesterday on a Friday, and then woke up this morning to number 5. And that's just absolutely amazing. And we can't thank y'all enough. If you're watching, great. But if you're listening, thank you so fucking much.
Yeah, and when this is premiering, hopefully we got higher than that throughout the week.
This is just where we're at right now.
Yeah.
for sure.
We're banking episodes because we've got a slew of guest episodes scheduled. So we're going to try to, we needed one to fill in the gap with just the, so me and Squints are doing visual stuff today. So we figured we'd shoot an episode.
Facts. That's exactly
Cinco de Mayo.
That was, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. That was 100% transparent, though. Chad just literally told y'all exactly what was happening.
Transparency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Transparencies. I bought a Transparency one time. That's how I put the diamond on the wall. You guys have seen the diamond, but I bought a Transparency. Me and my sister were talking about that the other day.
Man.
Yeah.
We said Transparency a lot just then.
We did.
It felt like 7 or 8.
What about how my sister said that she made a homemade projector?
Shout out to projectors, yeah.
Right? She made a homemade one to achieve some stuff at church. She was trying to make some set stuff for a play. And she said that she initially made a self projector. She looked on YouTube and figured out how to make one. And I said, me too.
Ooh.
We had this whole conversation the other day. And I was like, I ran to Staples and had one because I've been in the printing business for 20 fucking years.
That's business, BIDNESS.
Yes. But we don't print transparencies no more. They became a thing to where most digital printers have heat involved with them, and transparencies being plastic cause issues for digital printers nowadays. But
shout out DJ Chill.
Shout out DJ Chill. I went to Staples and I bought the one transparency, and I made this box. I looked on YouTube how to make what is it called? Projector. And that's how I put the diamond on the wall and painted it up there.
Hey man,
took forever. One of the longest projects I've ever taken on in my life.
Shout out to Transparencies, dude. I mean, shout out to Diamonds in the Rough. I shouted out DJ Chill because he just sent a text to us that's about a potential future guest.
Like Chatty said, though, we do got a slew of guests coming. I don't know. Should we talk to Inside Baseball about scheduling, that kind of stuff?
I wouldn't, just because we don't know how that may work. But just know we got some dope guests lined up.
Yeah, and there's I don't know, the opportunities that we continuously are encountered with our projecting podcast. We're busy. We're really fucking busy. But that's a good thing. It's great. It's wonderful for me. It's great for Chad. It's great for y'all. Yeah, working hard nonstop. But we got a lot of fucking guests coming up. It seems like the calendar is fucking pretty occupied for the month of March. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, it's getting there. And we got March 24th, we got O&E, The Return, dropping the EP.
Yes.
Sure.
That is an absolute fact. Fun fact at that. March 24th, y'all see it right here on the screen.
And also too, be on the lookout too. We are going to have pre-order links up for his EP. We're going to try to get y'all as many of y'all to pre-order as possible, just like y'all did with Joe and Jerry.
Yes.
So
and
we get one on them charts. Yeah, man.
Yeah, same old thing. This is a big thing for one. Even being in the game as long as he has, he's never had a solid project that he's been able to put out to the world.
Not a solo project, no. I mean, he had the mixtape practice, but that was it was practice. That piff only, and it was just,
It's almost non-existent at this point. It really is. And with all that being said, the first EP of the 3 that he has planned for this year, this calendar year, even though it's already March, there's still 3 EPs planned for this calendar year. This is the first of the 3. Mark the Return, available March 24th. Like Chad said, if the pre-links will be available soon. Like when we're recording this, they're not obviously, and when this comes out, they won't be. But they will be
right after this.
Right after that. So, and this comes out on a Friday, so maybe even by Monday, midweek, it's coming. So we need y'all to definitely, like Chad said, y'all got to tap in, man, and show love for O&E. He's been working so fucking hard. We're super proud of him, and I think we're just as anxious as him to get this music out to you guys because everybody's been asking, everybody's been anxious, and even himself. But shout out to one man for pumping his brakes and just realizing what he's got. He's got so many records right now.
Yeah, no, he's got so many.
Look at Chatty 2 phones.
Yeah, he
every time y'all hear that, it's always Chad's phone. So
he's got a bunch of stuff on the way. So y'all stay tuned for that. We're also going to be shooting a visual for a new single that I'm working on. We're going to wait and drop in April because one's dropping in the EP at the end of the month. So probably a couple weeks after that, we're going to roll out a solo single. I haven't dropped a solo single in a good minute, so we got one that we're going to drop for y'all. We're going to roll out a few solo joints in the next months leading up into the summertime. So
facts. Yeah, that's good stuff too, man.
Yeah.
And plus the Show and Proof Studio stuff that's going to continuously roll out. When this is out, y'all have now seen Chapter 2. Trap House Coda came through and blessed us.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah, that's the
One
move.
Take Jake, too.
Yeah, the One Take Jakes. That's the move. We want to definitely put some of these artists back on the mic when they come through here, give them an opportunity to, show and prove. Mm-hmm. And that was something we had sights on early on, and we kind of lost sights of that amongst the madness, just of Chad's solo album, and then Joe and Jerry right behind it. Like, we just kind of got away from it. As quick as we got to it, it kind of got away from it.
Because we wanted to spend the time on doing visuals for like music videos, which is definitely what I needed. I think that's the reason that Dedicated did as well as it did, was because of the rollout that we had and the way that we spaced out the visuals and the singles.
Yeah, for sure.
But be able to get, with me I hadn't really written, wrote a lot of stuff, the past few months since Joe and Jerry dropped. And
but Jay's back in his bag now, boys.
Yeah, so you running the instrumental, doing the instrumentals is the best way to kind of get back in the groove of things, really.
Yeah, I love it too. Like, fun fact, before we recorded this today, I've heard 3. Yeah, I've heard 3.
I think I'm gonna try. I think I could probably do one today. I could probably take one after we shoot the episode.
Yeah, I'm with it. Totally with it. I love.
We're also working on visuals for music videos too. So
today,
me and Squints are working.
Yeah, always working, man. Y'all know the motto. But yeah, man, just exciting shit within the camp, dude. We're super thankful for you guys and the support for the podcast, man. Like I said, yeah, it's an unreal feeling to be where we are right now, and where we, the road that it's took us to get here to this like status of a podcast, and just to have this much body of work behind it that we're proud of, and it's a fucking dream come true. But sky's the limit. Like we've mentioned this.
R.I.P. Biggie.
Yeah, for sure. We've mentioned it a million times though amongst this journey, man. Like there was no doubt we could make it this far, and now that we've achieved that, it's just anxious to see where else we're going.
Yeah, and also too, in addition to one and myself dropping stuff, Leroy's dropping the Mr.
Facts.
Biggs album with Street Flavor.
Facts.
He's part of the show. He's extended family. So Leroy, and it's a really dope album. It's his best work yet.
Facts.
He keeps getting better. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm sure they're going to be dropping some release dates and singles and all that stuff soon. So just
facts. If
y'all tap in.
Yeah, and if y'all missed episode 156, Lethal Weapon, tap in. That was the last time Leroy was with us. It was last Friday. So tap into that. Great episode. It was good to have the kid back home, and yeah, we're anxious for the album. I was hoping by this Friday we'd have that date for you guys, but I'm sure it's coming. Stay tuned.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Leroy Biggs, Mr. Biggs album on the way.
Mr. Big.
Yeah. What else, Chatty?
Man, there was a fucking crazy ass storm that happened a couple of days ago when this was being filmed.
Dude, was there ever? I went out in our backyard this morning because, fun fact, it's absolutely gorgeous outside.
Oh, it's as nice as you could want it to be.
And we're in the studio now, but before we were half ass outside because it was just such a gorgeous day.
Yeah.
But yeah, to Chad's point, man, 2 nights ago, my bad, Chad, I'm smoking you out.
No, that's fine.
Horrible storm too, but we went out in the backyard today because it was such a beautiful day. The kids are out on the trampoline, and I got a nephew and niece over here right now, and they're all playing outside. And dude, I picked up 6 shingles.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if they were mine or not, but
bro,
6.
Where y'all are at, y'all got like a lot less of a. Y'all took a lot less of a hit than up where I'm at towards Kentucky. Yeah. Like there's still people without power out where I live.
Dude, fun fact: Chad had no power this morning.
Yeah, Mel didn't have power when I left. I don't know if she's got power now. I mean, when this is uploaded, of course she has it. But the day after the storm, a lot of places are out of power.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, the power's gone. So Cumberland Electric is mainly like who works over that way, and they've been. I forgot how many thousands of homes are without like power.
Sure, it's a lot.
Yeah, like 20, 30,000 homes. Or people, or something. You know what I'm saying? How they
look? Also, in the backyard though. I kept finding like pieces, like a pool noodle.
Yeah.
Right? Half of one, like a half.
Just random shit.
But this black pool noodle all over the fucking yard, like chunks of black pool noodle. And I'm like, where the fuck is all this shit coming from? You know what it was? It's the trampoline. The trampoline that we have, I got a toddler. But Lily is only 11. So the trampoline is one that has like the net around it, so the kids don't fall out. And the fucking like bars that like hold the net, they all have fucking the tubing.
And the tubing was coming out.
Yeah, the winds were so strong here the other night that it was ripping that fucking tube. Now, granted, that tubing is damn near dry rotted. It's just been sitting in all weather for God knows how long, a year and a half, just sitting out there in the yard. Like, it's probably the most brittle fucking pool noodle shit ever. But it was literally ripping it off and just throwing it across the yard. My whole yard is just full of that shit.
Just flinging it.
Yeah, but it took me forever to figure it out. And then when I finally realized where it had came from, it's like, oh, okay, makes sense. I'm lucky the fucking trampoline's still on the ground. When I picked Kimora up this weekend out in White House, Tennessee, we were leaving her neighborhood, and there was a trampoline in a knot about the size of this chair I'm sitting in.
Yeah.
Sitting on the side of the road.
They were that power for a long time there, too.
Yeah, the trampoline is the first thing to go when those kind of storms hit.
Oh, yeah, they just pick that thing up and just...
I was thinking about it all fucking day at work.
Yeah.
When I came home thinking that our trampoline was going to be in somebody's back patio or...
Yeah.
That's horrible. Don't want to think about that.
Yeah, so many people had trees fall on their houses and all kinds of crazy shit.
The trampoline, though, there's 2 sets of dumbbells around the bars. Like out just little, I think there's a set of 30s and a set of 35s, I think. So there's 4. So I had that weight going for me.
Yeah.
And it did the trick. The motherfucker didn't budge. Thank God.
Yeah. It's crazy. Winds got up to almost 70-something miles an hour in some parts of, like, Tennessee, like Kentucky line and stuff.
Yeah. And with, you know, our listening, some people may hear that and be like, oh, dude, you know, that's pretty windy, but it's not that. Come on, man. We're not used to that shit here. We don't get winds like that just steadily.
Well, no, but I mean, if it's strong enough to fucking knock a tree over, that shit's fucking serious. I don't care who you are. That shit's serious.
I don't care who you are.
It ain't no damn tornado. I know there was some tornadoes, I think, that touched down in Kentucky, though. So shout out to weather.
Yeah, shout out to weather.
And shout out to us reporting on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
everybody just...
If you're a first-time listener, we report on this often.
Yeah, we report on the weather. Mother Nature's
We're certified.
Constant cunt. So it's like...
For sure. That was a
she's
aggressive word.
She's a constant.
Ooh, double up. Okay.
Double up to get the double up, bubble up, baby.
Fun fact. When it comes to, like, nightmares I've experienced in my, like, 40 years on this rock, tornadoes. There's one thing I've dreamed about repeatedly. Like,
tornadoes.
Through my years, I've had, like, numerous dreams that I remember that involve tornadoes. Ain't that weird?
It is. Well, I mean, they're scary.
As far as, like, I guess you could call it like a nightmare, but it's not a nightmare. I don't think I ever remember having, like, scary nightmares.
No, you don't watch nothing scary either.
I don't. Why pollute my mind with that bullshit? Then I was going to dream about it. But I would dream the scariest
that's what's
shit.
so fucked up about me. I watch the craziest horror movies and I can just sleep like a baby.
Right?
I don't have bad dreams ever about it or nothing.
A bad dream. I would consider a bad dream, though, a tornado or falling. Falling from somewhere where I have enough time on my way down to know when I hit, it's done. We done. Yeah,
and everybody says that if anybody that dreams that they're falling, if they don't wake up before they hit the ground, they usually die in their sleep.
Yeah, like heart attack in your sleep.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, how do people know that?
Right. Hey, who's going to come back and tell you?
That's what I'm saying. Fun fact check.
Yeah, fun fact check. But I've had numerous dreams also though where I fell, and to your point, woke up at the moment of impact, or right before.
Yeah,
always has to do with a cliff.
Yeah, I'm terrified of heights, so I don't. Thank God I don't.
Facts.
Remember.
That's definitely a fact.
Back in the days, I remember when I used to have dreams all the time, and it used to piss me off so bad because I would dream that I was like that I'd hit the lottery and I'd won all this money.
And then you wake up broke.
And you wake up and you're broke, and you're like, "Fuck."
Have you ever?
That's the most annoying shit ever.
Have you ever been in a dream into like a state of a dream to where you realize you're dreaming?
No.
That's a lucid dream.
No, I've never been in those.
I know I've like encountered this before to where I've like in the middle of my dream realized that I'm dreaming and I don't want to wake up because I know this is a great dream. Mm-hmm. Think about that for a minute, because you know what I mean? Like you know you're dreaming. Like you were saying like you'll get rich or have money or something and then wake up broke.
Mm-hmm. And that was just back in the days. Like I don't remember. And like what's so crazy too is why is it that when you have a dream, like an hour or two after you wake up, you don't remember what you dreamt about? You know that? You know what that is?
They also, I want to say it's like a scientific fact that we dream every night, and most nights we just can't remember what we dream about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder why that is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google it to the Google machine.
Statistically, though, I want to say that that we only remember a portion of our dreams. And I think it's weird that it seems like the older we get, the less you dream.
It says a person may not remember the events of their dreams because they perhaps cannot access that information once they're awake.
Okay. Excuse me?
Oh my God.
Strike two.
Our forgetfulness
There you go.
is generally attributed to neurochemical conditions to the brain that occur in REM sleep. Jesus, what a mouthful.
Yeah, that was good, Chad. You did well.
Holy shit. Think about all the points you'd earn in Scrabble for that.
Yeah, what does REM mean? REM? I see the abbreviation on your screen, but I don't know the abbreviation. I don't know what that means.
Let's
During
look.
REM
Let's
state.
Google.
We're in a Google hole. We're in a Google hole now.
What's REM sleep? A kind of sleep that occurs at intervals during the night and is characterized by rapid eye movements. There's your REM sleep.
Okay.
More dreaming and bodily movement and faster pulse and breathing.
So Amy tells me all the time that I run, that I'll be kicking and shit in my sleep.
Like a dog, dude.
Okay.
What if you just Tim the Toolman Taylored in your sleep? She's like,
But I don't wake up when I do
no,
this.
I mean, there's no telling what I do in my sleep. I know that I snore. Mel said it's not too bad though. But fun fact too, have you been asleep? You'll remember going to sleep laying a certain way, right?
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like not even close to where you were when you went to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did we get here?
Right.
Like my pillows are knocked off. So you've clearly gotten up, turned around, and you don't remember any of that.
None
shit.
of that.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And there's people out there. Shout out to y'all. I feel for you that sleepwalk, man.
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy that is.
And there are people out there that also sleep completely still. That can literally assume a position that they're comfortable in, and that button in their mind, I'm asleep. I'm going to sleep. And they'll move.
Yeah, think about the people that lay flat on their back, looking up at the ceiling and sleep.
That's pretty strange.
That's for psychopathic
people, they're
people.
not normal for sure.
So
I have gotten in a habit though where I'm sleeping on my back a lot more.
Really? I can't if I'm napping. If I'm just laying back and resting my eyes, I may doze off. But if it's time to go to bed, dude, I'm a side sleeper.
Yeah. Me too. I'm on my side, on my arm. Yeah. On my arm.
Yeah.
Do you sleep a lot?
I mean, I'd say 6 hours a night, probably 6 or 7.
Yeah. What's that like?
I mean, sometimes it's not that many. Sometimes I'll go to bed at 11 or 12, but no matter what time I wake up or I go to bed, I wake up at 7 o'clock regardless.
Yeah. I can text Chad every morning on my way to work. Facts.
Yeah.
I can wake up and think things as I'm getting ready to work, or dealing with kids or whatever the fuck, sitting with Amy, or whenever I get out the door, when I'm in the car and I'm headed to Nashville for the day, I can always text Chad that and not feel bad about not waking him up. He's usually up.
Usually between 7 and 7:45. And I guess because for so many years of my life I had to wake up that early when I did factory work, and it just my brain's just, I don't know. It's just when I wake up.
4. I got to get 4. If I don't get 4 hours sleep, it's
that's about what I used to get when I worked. When I worked factory job, I'd go to bed at midnight and I was up by 4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah.
Because I'll get home and do the dinner thing, shower and do the dinner thing with the family, and I'll make it out here about the time the kids are going to bed, and I'm usually out here till about 12:30. Yeah. Amy usually home about 11:30. Get an hour with her. 11:30.
11:30.
There it is.
There it is. I just had to tap in.
But yeah, I don't sleep a lot. But it's unfortunate that when I do, I don't dream as much as I used to. Wish I did.
Yeah. I mean, I could be dreaming, and apparently I have trouble remembering stuff I do when I'm awake.
Me too.
Much less when I'm asleep. I guess, so salute to people that remembers stuff good.
It probably has something to do with the amount of sleep we get.
It probably has something to do with all kinds of stuff.
Maybe if I slept more than 4 hours a night, 5 hours a night.
Oh, for sure.
I dream more. It's an interesting kind of conversation. It interests me.
Why they sleep on me? Why they sleep on me? Shout out Legacy.
Shout out Legacy.
We got a project on the way, baby. Highlight reel.
Stamped.
When Legacy gets back to Tennessee, whenever he comes back to visit, we're going to have to get him on the podcast, man.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, shout out Legacy, man. That's my guy.
That's the home skillet.
I had an opportunity to hang out with him a little bit, and when we went to, when me and Mark Gray, shout out Mark Gray, South Nashville Heating and Cooling. Mm-hmm. He was here. Fun fact,
Shout
he was
out
here
Mark,
earlier with us.
Yep.
My bad. But I did have the opportunity to hang out with Legacy for a little bit, smoke a couple of joints in Colorado when me and Mark went to see.
Red Rock.
Yeah, at Red Rock. We saw Jelly Roll perform at Red Rock, and Legacy pulled up on us at the hotel. Now, granted, we were fucking like literally a mile from Red Rocks.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Legacy. Yeah, when is he coming to town?
I don't know. He said they're going to try to at some point soon. Probably come to see family and stuff. But they're doing good out there. He loves it out there. Yeah. They love it in Colorado.
So what about Morgan Wallen? Did you see that shit?
Well, I saw clips on. They're all over TikTok. The people filming at the Morgan Wallen free show at Bridgestone.
Yeah. So I think that's so dope. That whole deal. So, as we all know, the whole world knows, Morgan Wallen released his 36-song new album this past Friday on the 3rd of March.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Yep. When I heard about a 36-song album coming from Morgan Wallen, I guess I'm just excited as the next person. I'm a fan of Morgan Wallen. I listen to a lot of his music. But 36 songs is a lot of fucking content.
Well, that's 3 albums, bro.
Exactly. In this modern day, we all know that that's kind of, that's not a thing. And when you tell me that an established artist, one of his caliber, is going to drop a 36-song EP or record, makes me think that it's just a bunch of B-side records. It just never went anywhere, but that wasn't it. Like, that's not it at all. Like, it's a solid fucking 36 songs. There's probably 25 bangers in that motherfucker.
And what's crazy is, the Dangerous album was 30 songs. It was 2 albums.
Yeah, the deluxe part, or like when
the double
deluxe,
album.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't initially.
I don't know.
It says Dangerous, the double album.
Maybe so. Maybe you re-released it that way. I'm
Maybe sure. Okay.
But
that's like an old school rap way to release records.
It really is. But the fact that he is where he is in his career, and then he announces the album for the 3rd of March, and then on the 2nd, last Thursday night, he literally jumped on his social media and said that on the morning of the 3rd, I may be boasting this, I think it was Thursday morning, so it was like Wednesday night. He said that Thursday morning at 10 a.m., he would be giving away 2 tickets to everyone that walked up to the box office at Bridgestone Arena and requested them to a free show at Bridgestone Arena the following night. Mm-hmm. And dude,
it was alarming how many people were there that fast on a weekday during the day. I was like,
because I woke up to this.
Crazy.
And when I woke up at 6 a.m., I saw it. And in reality, my initial thought was, fuck work. I'm going downtown. I'm going to grab these tickets. And then I jumped online, and I had already seen the traffic that it had accumulated from 6 a.m. to 8 o'clock.
Panic-inducing.
Dude.
Yeah.
And even then, I really wasn't intimidated because I know how many people Bridgestone can hold. And granted, when you see a line down the street, that's not near as many people as you think it is when you start counting the heads. You know what I'm saying? And when you take into accountability the number that building can hold, I'm like, dude, I got plenty of time. I could go. But I just didn't want to deal with the shit. Got away from that thought, right? Make it to the office. And at 10 a.m., though, when the motherfuckers went on sale, I saw a clip. And if I find it, I'll put it right here. But around Bridgestone Arena twice, dude, to where the whole line wrapped around. It's like a fucking drone, dude.
Oh, my God.
And it goes all the way around the building to where the tail end is crossing the front end.
Okay, here's my question.
Go.
There were free tickets.
Yes.
So how did they determine who got what?
Everybody got 2.
No, I know, but
I think it's first come, first serve.
But I'm saying, do they just randomly give you 2 tickets, or can you pick where you want to sit?
That's I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd have to be a ticket for Bridgestone, how they distribute them. Like, because then I know that there was like a pit area to where people could be like down closer to the stage opposed to everyone in the seats. I don't know how that worked to end up with those tickets like down on the floor. I don't know any of this because I didn't go down there and explore the options. End of the day, free fucking concert is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Just for the artist to do that, and then I start reading things about it, and like people were giving him shit for not putting Nashville on his tour, and it's because this was part of the plan all along. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's dope. I sat here and watched it last night. Kamora's here for the weekend. I mentioned that earlier, and we sat in there last night eating dinner and watched the whole concert.
Yeah, because they live streamed. What was it live streamed on? Like a website or YouTube?
Everywhere. It was everywhere. It was.
Okay.
I came out here and put it on YouTube, and then I went
like his channel.
Yes,
okay.
his channel. But then you could watch it on his Instagram too.
Yeah, he just went live on all
or
platforms.
you could watch it on his Facebook. But
so smart, dude.
But it was so smart because what was dope about it, bro, was the production. Like it wasn't one still shot from 50 rows back. It was fucking multiple cameras, like on cue. It was a full production set. But I love how it was acoustic set too, because you could give away 80,000 or 25,000 tickets to an event. You may not want to pay for all the bang bang pyro and all that shit that night. You may want to give those guys a night off. Maybe keep it a little more subtle. Acoustic set, nice little vibe of lights in the middle. No big fucking bangs and pyro, none of that shit. Down that side of the budget to make room for the free tickets. That's the way I see it. And he still sold merch that night, I'm sure.
Oh, there's no telling.
No telling. And not to mention, all this happens on the day this 36 album drops.
36
This 36 song album drops. And I read this morning that most streams of any debut in one day.
Sure. I mean, that's another strategy to putting that many songs on.
That's what I'm saying. Like I love and what's crazy,
because Drake does he does projects with this many songs too, like close to it.
Yeah. But what's crazy to me is that every report I've seen of, and I'm only speaking about this just because it's so new, and this just literally just happened yesterday when we're recording this. But what's so interesting to me this morning now is that like all the lists on streaming sites of the top played songs from Morgan Wallen off this new album are none of my picks. Like I went through the 36 and I think I picked two or three that I sent like Chad and was like, hey bro, this one, listen to this one. Because I ran through the album 2 or 3 times. And I think it's so funny is like, because I really, that's something I've always like took pride in, is like I'll call singles. Like you can give me an artist project with their first single on it and I'm going to tell you the next single.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that with CDs back in the day.
It's going to happen every time. Same with like a song that hits my radar early, I can say this is gonna go. Like if we're listening to it now, it's gonna be on fucking satellite radio in a month, and it's gonna hit mainstream in 2 months.
Well, and fun fact, you called Favor from Jelly.
Fact.
Because we got to hear Jelly's Favor and Jelly, because we can say that now because they both came out.
Yeah.
We got to hear She and Favor before they came out, right?
Yeah.
Most everybody that got a chance to hear it, and it was a very small circle of people that got to hear it, like me and Squints and maybe one, like it felt like, and Leroy, like it felt like everybody was going with Favor, and I was like, she's that one, and I still think she's a better, like to me, I like She better,
yeah,
but like as far as Favor's fixing it, it's starting to get traction like on country radio, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so
it's all over satellite radio now,
yeah,
like highway and shit.
So that's but they're both completely different records, and they're both hit records, I feel like, but it's just, I guess, a different vibe or whatever.
But the 2 or 3 that I picked initially off this Morgan Wallen project are not on these radars yet. You know what I mean?
Is that the ones you told me that you played for me?
Yes.
Because I haven't listened to it yet. I mean, other than the singles.
And they're just not on, you know what I'm saying? Like all the most streamed songs the following
36, day. Bro, they're just going to be, they're probably all like there's probably somebody else you go inside and ask which ones are their favorites, and it's 3 different ones that you didn't say.
Yeah. And
which is good for him.
And am I mad I didn't go sit in that line? Not at all.
No, God.
Because I thought about this. It's like scheduling wise, would have been a bitch.
And
like
you got to watch
Yeah, I got to watch them here with the girls
at home.
Like, yeah, and in reality, fun fact, we celebrated Kimura's 17th birthday last night. Like had cake and ice cream and all that kind of shit, and then she opened a few gifts and that. But while we were doing all of that, the Morgan Wallen concert was playing in the living room. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have changed anything. But
plus you can only get 2, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the problem.
Take the fam anyways.
I mean? And I told Amy, I was like, if I would have made that move and went down there and got them tickets yesterday, I probably just would have took Kimura after I picked her up. Like we just would have went down there and enjoyed the show. Yeah. I have yet to see Morgan Wallen perform, which is super unfortunate. But I'm a big fan. But yeah, yesterday, Morgan Wallen Day. It'll be that.
Shout out yesterday.
Yeah, it'll be that going forward.
Yesterday was a rough one. Funny song.
Okay.
Yesterday was a rough one. Coming soon, guys.
Remember the song Yesterday Yesterday.
Oh, I thought I just sang that. You sang
my troubles seem so. No, that was Boys.
All my exes live in Texas.
Completely different song, but hey, we'll go with it. Because Texas is the place I love. Yeah, sorry. My mom would.
Shout out to Mama Squints. She would have.
If she heard me fucking drop that second bar just like I did.
We both fumbled the bag. Shout out to the troubadour himself, George Strait.
Yes, but she would literally smack the shit out of both of us.
I'll smack you in the mouth. I'm Neil Diamond.
Yeah, dude. Shout out Neil Diamond. He's probably watching. I'm gonna light this blunt back. You gotta talk so I can light this blunt so I can zoom in.
I'm gonna Google if Neil Diamond's dead. My over under that Neil Diamond passed away. You go.
He's gone. He's been gone.
He's gone. He's gone, guys. He died in 20. No, he got married.
All right, I'm back.
Guys, I don't think Neil Diamond's passed.
Hell yeah, keep it going, Bubba. Shout out Neil Diamond. Now I know he's watching.
Dude, shout out Neil Diamond, dude.
Yeah, dude, if you ain't found his, go to his Wikipedia.
In America.
Dude, it's so funny to see your phone screen during an episode because normally, you know, Chad's always on his phone during episodes because Chad has took like the luxury of being our
Google machine.
The Google machiner, yeah. They got.
Hey, I put that on my resume. My resume. You feel me,
bro? I check facts. You know what I mean?
Hey, shout out to Neil Diamond. He's 82 years old. Keep on thriving.
Hell yeah.
Keep on rolling, and I'm a free falling.
Damn, dude. Why do I always lose the gambles? You asked me. You literally said, "What's the over?"
You said he's gone.
He's gone. No way.
Said it, you was like, he's dead as fuck.
Fuck.
Hey, congrats for being alive.
Yeah, for real, man. Good for you.
What 82. A time! What a time! To
I mean,
be,
you're past the normal life expectancy for an American.
What is it now?
I think it's 72.
Let's Google that.
Let's Google that. That's worth it.
That's what a Google machiner can do, baby. I'm the best at what I do.
Ask me anything.
Googling's my business, ladies, and business is good. Shout out Major Payne.
Average life expectancy of a human in the United States of America. I think you have to do it like per location. Maybe not.
Yeah. 77 years.
Okay.
Hey,
we're halfway there, dude.
I'm almost exactly halfway there.
It sucks. That sucks.
Well, I mean,
when you say it like that, though, it fucking sucks. To know that you're halfway there.
That's if you live to 77.
If you live to 77.
I'm kind of like a Great Dane, dude. I don't know if I'm gonna make. I mean, hopefully I'll make it to 77.
Yeah. When I really sit back and think about it,
I'm more of a Saint Bernard, not a Great Dane.
I think I'm lucky to have made it halfway at this point.
Yeah, maybe
you know
halfway. What I'm saying? Kenny Loggins, one of my favorite soundtrack songs.
Okay.
Over the Top. Shout out Sylvester Stallone.
Shout out Over the Top.
Shout out to Robert Loggia, R.I.P. Classic movie, guys.
Classic. You just went down a fucking rant. I forgot my even train of thought because it focused.
I remembered your train of thought.
Go ahead, because
I talking about living.
Yes.
You said it was you're halfway done. You
and
said
I'm proud
glad
of myself.
to be able to live.
You're right. I am.
I remember. Do you remember the day when we got off track? Do you remember the day? Tell them to quit clapping on.
Shut the fuck up. The crowd, not you, buddy.
Oh, shout out to John Stockton.
I like that jersey. When I came out this afternoon, Chad was in the driveway on the telephone, and from afar, I noticed that jersey, and I admired it.
John Stockton. You're fixing to see John Stockton rap good here in a minute.
Oh, so we are going that route today.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Why not, man? YOLO. Yeah. I'm with
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
On.
Oh, is it? What's the? And then that's the devil. We don't want to do that one. And then this is I love y'all.
Stop throwing up gang signs, man.
This is I love y'all, right? This is Hawaiian. And
I'm affiliated in no way with.
Neither am I. This is not gang signs. That's.
I don't know, man. Hope not.
That's like people rocking out, man. Rock out.
I've tried my best
America.
I've tried my best not to look at the monitor this whole episode. I've tried to be like self-conscious of looking at you.
Dude, so many people are commenting. Like,
I hate it.
Because people are, so one of the clips that we posted from the Adam episode where he's shouting at church, shout out church and Adam, he is talking about that. Well, people are clicking on it a lot because it's Adam and church is the topic. But it's people that don't know about the show.
Yeah. So
they're like, why is he not looking at Adam? That's so disrespectful. I'm like, they don't know what we're doing.
That's fine. Yeah, dog. That was actually
everything was just it was trying to crawl out.
It wanted mic time,
dude. Yeah.
In reality, there has been some feedback over the course of 100 and however many episodes there is at this point, whatever episode we're on.
158.
Boom. There has always been curious questions as to why we sit the way
Curious
we do.
Georges, for sure.
But it's always interesting when we move to sitting over here. Like when I'm on this side of the table and we use the remote, like it's a little different, and it's I love it personally.
Oh, it's great. I love this setup.
Yeah, I love the end result. I
You
love
just can't do it with 4 people.
Definitely can't do it with 4 people, but we're about to do it with 4 people.
Yeah. When we do the set check, because that's coming. We've already spoke on that. That's definitely coming.
I love that topic.
And y'all are finally going to get to Squints. We're not going to be looking. It ain't going to be like that setup.
Yeah.
It'll be, and it's going to be really cool. So
Yeah,
just
it is gonna be cool.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, be
Is that
ready.
what people say that? Keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
For anybody walking the neighborhood that ain't supposed to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know. You
What accent was that?
I don't know.
It was like a neighborhood watchman.
snitch.
Like a it sounded
like a neighborhood snitch.
That's a neighborhood.
That's what you sounded like. And you were
I
like,
was a neighborhood snitchman.
and
dude.
you were proud of it. The way
Neighborhood,
you were
let
like,
the boy watch.
you literally were talking like you were giving the inside scoop. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
I talked like
sounded
Will
just
Ferrell's
like him.
character, Ashley Schaefer.
Okay.
Take him down to the farmer's market.
Yeah,
When he
you're
talks
right.
about when they start to argue and he
I
talks
can hear
about feel it all the way down in my plums. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out plums. Ugh, you like plums?
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
Plums. Fuck out of here. Beets.
Ugh.
Fuck out of here.
Why do they even sell them? You like raisins?
If they're yogurt covered or chocolate
Dude, we
covered.
got some inside. You know, I got a toddler, bruh.
Is it the Welch's and the little red packs?
Yep. But they're strawberry too. It's
No,
strawberry.
yeah. Bruh.
Right. Man, them things took me back, dude.
Yep. I was trying to think of a Take Me Back song.
I don't know why I mentioned raisins. I think because you mentioned plums too, the beets.
So like prunes.
Prunes. Fuck a prune.
Dude,
I don't even like grapes.
Dude, I'll never forget when I was a kid. I was staying at my nanny and papa's house. R.I.P.
Shout out
to both
Nanny
of
and
them.
Papa.
Yeah, but when I was little, they used to have raisins and stuff.
Chad, you were
right?
never little, bro.
When I was younger, they used to have raisins, right? I used to love raisins as a kid.
Hell yeah.
Well, one day I found a bag of what I thought were raisins because
Yeah.
oh, they're big raisins, and they were prunes.
Oof.
And I tried one. I was like, oh,
Yum.
this is not good
No.
at all.
So gross. The
And
texture.
my
is
nanny
so
was like,
gross.
no, honey, those are prunes. Those were not, big
Did you
raisins.
smack her for calling you honey?
She called me a dumbass and slapped me in the
Fuck
back of the
yeah.
head. No,
She smacked-
didn't.
I'm with it.
She
That's
gave
what
me my
mother would have
raisins.
done.
But yeah, shout out to Plumes,
Okay, best of both worlds.
R. Kelly, Jay-Z.
I knew you were
R.
going there.
Kelly, unfortunately,
20.
caught that dub piece, caught that 20-piece nugget.
20.
I mean, you pee on people, and that's what happens, dude.
Nah, you fucking do other shit.
Well,
that's what happens. Peeing
that's
was just a fucking.
peeing's
that's
what got
we
it
remember.
started.
Yeah.
Can we go there?
That's what everybody talks about, but it was much more than that.
Definitely don't pee in don't pee in anybody.
I fucking hate that story. I hate that whole story. The whole
Yeah,
story.
R.
The whole
Kelly-
story altogether sucks.
Yeah, because one of the best singers all time, one of the best R&B
Facts.
artists of all time, one of the most influential R&B artists of all time.
Yeah.
And now forever,
Tarnished.
he's tarnished. It's almost like it's not as severe.
Oh, it's severe.
No, let me get to what I'm saying. It's not as severe as like Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, one of the greatest wrestlers ever, but you can't talk about him.
Yeah.
Because of how crazy he
Got.
where with the murder suicide stuff. So it's like you can't even acknowledge that he is fire as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Because people are like, fuck, you know what I mean? It's such a subject that like nobody
Sensitive
wants to talk
subject,
about.
yeah.
Same with R. Kelly, bro. There's so many R. Kelly songs that I love. And it's like with all this that happened, it's like, how can you, I don't know, separating the music or the art from the person. What do you think about that?
I can't do it.
Yeah. So it's the
My
same
support.
way.
My support for R. Kelly delinquished. Like it's completely gone.
What a word. Is that a word?
Delinquished.
Delinquished?
I don't know. I like it though.
I know relinquished is when you take something like if say,
Google that. Delinquished.
I hope this is a word.
I hope it's not.
So
Yeah, I hope
we're
it's
going to
not.
call the episode delinquished.
Delinquished. Delinquished. God, what a word.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Hell yeah. This is getting better and better. Delinquished.
Delinquished
and what
is definitely not a word.
Okay, well, what it means is deteriorated, but it sounds so much more fancier. That's what delinquished.
More fancier, dude. We're so good.
I'm great, dude. I just created
delinquished,
that
dude.
one.
Delinquished.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo, dude. Cinco de Mayo on the Spotify charts, dude. Have your margarita on us.
Yeah.
Not on us, but for us.
I think we should call it Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, for sure. Cinco de Mayo.
Definitely. What was I saying?
Delinquent. You respect delinquish for him?
Yeah. I completely lost all sight of it.
Yeah.
It was like, as I looked into more and more about it when he was being, like, going through the trials and shit.
Yeah, the tribulation.
I was well aware of the tapes, allegations, the pissing, all that stupid shit.
The piss.
The whole
waving the magic wand.
The whole world literally had to hear about all that shit, but it was like after the fact. When all that was going on, and then I had to like see over all the platforms I would normally go to, like World Star and like, you know, like all these like blogs and shit that would cover the same shit.
Yeah.
And to hear them talk about the Aaliyah relationship and like all of that and like what went into that about their marriage and like all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that's when the shit got so dark to me, bro. Like, it was like, yeah, this motherfucker got caught fucking some young underage children, girls, and doing like lewd acts and all that shit. That motherfucker had been doing that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what Aaliyah went through personally, because she married that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Like, forged wedding documents, lying on their wedding certificate had a fake date
age
of
ain't
birth.
nothing but a number.
Exactly.
Bro, like that. Now
he
that
was
now
in
that you
the video.
Now that you know,
she was 15, I think, in that video, and he is in the video.
Yeah.
And was already with her. They were married at the time. Like, all that shit is not okay, dog.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck him. 20 plus. It should have been longer.
So,
Sorry for the R. Kelly rant.
No, another thing, we're talking about that. Did you hear the stuff that's kind of been circulating back in the news about Karl Malone?
Karl Malone, no.
The mailman, Karl Malone, delivered, Utah Jazz. When he was in college, he was 20 years old.
Yes.
He got a 13-year-old girl pregnant.
This is the reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
I could totally see that. But I don't know why he didn't go to jail.
What does that say?
It says impregnated Gloria Bell, 13-year-old girl, when he was 20 years old in high school or in college. While the basketball star was taken to court for a paternity lawsuit, he's never gotten into trouble with the law for having sexual activity with a minor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And see,
did she have the child?
Yeah, Demetrius Bell. He's like an NFL player. That's why it's back in the news and stuff.
Yeah, didn't know all of this. But I did know about this story. I didn't know the degree of her age or any of that. But I did know that he got into something like this, and that has ultimately affected his Hall of Fame status. I don't know how accurate that statement is, but I want to say he's not in the Hall of Fame for these reasons.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, as far as, like he just says, as far as criminal, because that shit's wrong. That's illegal as fuck.
So here we go.
Sorry.
Having those encounters with an underage girl while he was 20 would have easily landed Malone in jail. However, despite the risk of losing out on his career, Malone declined to even acknowledge Demetrius as his son.
Yeah.
Gloria's parents decided to file a paternity suit against Karl Malone to ensure he paid child support on a kid he had fathered. There was a 99% possibility he was the father, meaning he was the father. He was asked to pay $125 per week in child support.
That's absolutely correct. I paid just as much.
But see, this is before he blew up. I think.
I should probably bleep that out. I don't know if I should disclose that.
Yeah, I would bleep that part out.
Yeah, be
so we'll go back. Karl was asked to pay $125 per week in child support, which is crazy. Challenging in court, claiming that the amount was a bit too much, because this is when he was in college, remember? He's not in the NBA yet.
Yeah, he ain't making no money.
No. He was never charged with the R word, simply because Gloria's parents only wanted him to financially aid and acknowledge the child.
Wow.
They never wanted him to go to jail for what he had done, which eventually allowed Malone to pursue his NBA career.
That's interesting.
In 2014, it was reported that Karl and Demetrius had repaired their relationship to some extent and were in constant contact.
Of course. Hey, boy, you made it to the NFL. Of course, that's easy.
Yeah, I don't think he does anymore, but he played for like the Bills and the Eagles, a couple other teams.
But still, if your dad's Karl Malone and you're in the NFL and your son's in the NFL and you're Karl Malone, like, dude, let's be buddies.
Yeah, that's
unfortunate
20
for his
13,
mother.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a horrible, horrible story. I think, me personally, I have 3 daughters, bro. That is absolutely horrible. That's why the R. Kelly shit hits me so hard. So it wasn't the fact. It wasn't the fact down the road that all that shit came out. It was like so much was involved with it prior. That's why the Epstein shit was so crazy to me, bro. And like all the people incorporated with it. fucking list. You know, there's a list floating around in reality right now.
We read it on the podcast.
We mentioned it, I think.
Yeah, we read some names,
but now like the official one has came out, and it's like
nobody cares, bro. They're not doing nothing.
No, we're just talking about fucking balloons and fucking UFOs and that kind of shit. But
it's joke, bro,
pay attention.
So here's another thing I wanted to ask you.
Go.
We were talking about the R. Kelly and in the Chris Benoit, like the artist, separating the artist from like the crimes.
The music, yeah.
And you said you can't, and I can't really either.
I can't.
So, to me, the greatest entertainer of all time, Michael Jackson. Where do you sit with that?
I'm okay with it because it
was never proven.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at with it. But a lot
allegations
of people are like,
one thing.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, I can't listen to him. But I'm like, well, there was documentaries but also those can be steered and painted a certain way. Not saying that they're not correct. But I was wondering where you thought about that stuff.
Like, dude, in the playlist, is there any Michael Jackson music? No, there's not. But there never really has been. But there will never be a time, at least with him never being trialed and like, help me.
Convicted?
Thank you. Yeah. Convicted. There was no way, just based off all the allegations, that I would never play PYT. Like there was PYT is a song.
That's your favorite one?
Oh, dude.
That's your favorite Michael Jackson song?
I gotta say.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with that, man.
And
that one's so nostalgic, and it still plays. I wish I knew the radio station we listen to at work all the time, but there's just a radio station we listen to continuously at work. Yeah. And that's the one Michael Jackson record they haven't removed from their catalog. And I love the fact that that's how that is. Because
great song.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of stations across America got away from his music during that time.
Oh yeah.
And then after he passed away, maybe had like tribute days. There may be some things, but as far as heavy rotation, I don't know how accurate this is going to be, so I'm not even going to say it.
I still hear him in like stores and stuff.
Exactly.
So like he's still
it's still moving around, but it seems like there was jeopardy of us being in a scenario where we would not experience Michael Jackson's music walking through Walgreens or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was almost that, dude. And if he would have been, he could have very well been on that same get the fuck out of my playlist shit. Like, I would have cut him off just as quick.
Yeah, dude. He still, R.I.P. Michael Jackson, he still has 35 million monthly listeners on Spotify, which is more than Lil Baby and Jack Harlow and all them guys out.
Dude, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo for sure. Then I was looking up Spotify, like, listeners on artists, just like that I like major artists. And Lil Baby's at like 30. Jack Harlow's at like 30
million.
30 million, yeah. Drake, 68 million.
Yep.
Because I looked up Morgan Wallen, I think he's around 32, 30, about like what Michael Jackson is.
Yeah. It takes us back to our conversation on episode 156 where Leroy was here last. I'm mentioning this moment because I remember during the premiere of this video, of that episode on YouTube, ChadArmesTV.com, we were throwing Drake flowers, me and one were, and people in the comments were going ham during the live because some of our listeners, watchers don't support Drake to that degree, and I completely understand that. But that what you just said lets them explains what I was trying to say. The fact that the biggest artists in the world right now, rapping wise, I mean, as it comes to like mainstream music, would have to be Lil Baby, right?
Yeah.
Right? I'd say he's probably like the hottest rapper in the world right now.
I mean,
arguably. You know what I mean? We're not talking independent. We're talking mainstream fucking media. Yeah, I mean, Lil Baby's the hottest thing out here.
I mean, other than Drake, yeah.
Drake will forever be even better. That's that you just named it. Like where we were talking about 30, yeah, but talking about 30 million fucking monthly listeners on Spotify, and Michael Jackson still having that type of number even when he's been gone. What's Young Boy?
16
million. Yeah. Okay. But Drake was 60 something.
Yeah. Drake was 68 million.
Enough said. So it's not about, and I said this back on that episode, it's not about the personal opinion. It's about what's that one?
Bad Bunny, 63 million.
More or less than Drake?
Less than Drake by 5 million listeners.
Wow. I wonder go to Ariana Grande. This will be interesting.
66 million. Drake's still up there, dude. Drake's still
Bieber. Go to Bieber.
Bieber.
This is interesting. I love this game.
69 million.
There it is. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. What's crazy? I would have never guessed that Justin Bieber had that many monthly listeners.
I would. Taylor Swift.
Well, you're more tapped in.
Let's look at this last one.
Oh my God, 80 million.
Yeah, that's the number one probably. Beyonce could be up there.
80 million, bro.
Lady Gaga. Nah, that one may be a little bit far fetched. She's probably closer to 30.
Beyonce's 53 million.
That's a big number. Go to Gaga. And while you may say like
57 million,
see what I'm saying? Like, no, I bet people are listening up to you saying 57 are like Lady Gaga, but it's about knowing the numbers and what's Stapleton.
Only 15.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Because it's not because it's a limited genre. The genre is only going to go so far when you talk about that. Like Taylor Swift is a different. She's a different discussion when you talk country music because she's on country pop. She dances over both genres. And that makes her expand her markets. And, same with Beyonce. From R&B to pop. Same shit. The more they tap into those markets, it broadens their fucking audience. Ed Sheeran's a big number, too. That's probably 35, 40.
I bet it's more than that, though.
Bieber being in the 50s doesn't surprise me at all. Or 70s.
77 million.
Sheeran?
Yeah. Second right now.
I'm watching clips. I follow Ed Sheeran on Instagram, and I'm watching clips of his new tour. He just went on tour recently, and it's a world tour. I always have trouble saying
world.
I always have trouble saying
Cinco
that word.
Mayo, dude. Look, four of Ed Sheeran's. The heck?
I thought it was going to play the audio.
No, I got it turned on. 4 of Ed Sheeran's top songs on Spotify have over 1 billion streams, dude. Wow. He has 4 songs with over 1 billion streams.
I don't doubt it. But I've been watching footage of him on his social medias lately doing like some of the footage and he is doing goddamn coliseums, dude. Like fucking outdoor shit. It's unreal.
I'm sure, dude.
Teddy Photos, that's his Instagram handle. The
Weeknd has 103 million monthly listeners, bro.
Wow. Who would have thought that? Weeknd would not have been. It would have took me a while to throw that name out there.
What?
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Starboy. Bruh. Blinding Lights has 3.5 billion. Starboy 2.2. Die For You 1.3 billion.
Wow. That's impressive. That's not who I.
So that's the number one by not even close
that we found since sitting here, and I guarantee y'all in this premiere right now, y'all are going crazy in the fucking comments, suggesting people we should be naming. 1, this isn't live, but 2,
Post is at 51.
Okay, and there's going to be names that we can continuously throw out here, but for us to throw the names that we've thrown thus far, and then finally throw the Weeknd out there and him be the one that's cracking 100 million, that's fucking weird.
Eminem's at 68 million right there with Drake.
Yeah, but Eminem's not near as fucking relevant. That's the longevity of his career. That's like Michael Jackson being in the 50s.
Oh, I bet I know another one that's going to be up there.
What is it?
Rihanna.
Ah, good one. What's the one?
80 million.
Boom, that's a big number.
Not even close though. With the Weeknd, I would never have thought that he'd have been in the top. Not by that much. Like he's 28 million listeners ahead of Taylor Swift, bro. That's insane to me.
Yeah,
I didn't know that his buzz was.
Yeah, Taylor Swift would. If I had to pick a number one, go to Kanye. Yeah, that was a miss right there.
37. Well, it said. I'm just looking up to Google.
Kanye.
Let's see, Kanye. Where's Kanye at?
40.
52. 52 million.
I don't know. I think it's an interesting discussion though, because it's different though, man. Like we're taking into accountability our personal catalogs initially. But then you try to think about your household. Like if you talk about your household having 5, 6 fucking people in it, and you're talking about like right there, Chad's got Juice WRLD on the screen.
30 million.
So in this household, out of the 7 people that live here, how many of them like Juice WRLD? 3? Okay, well there's 3 right there. You know what I mean? Like it's just it. But that the other 4 you initially rule out. But then outside of your home, you lose sight of that. Like you don't really know.
Sam Smith, 72 million.
Wow. But when the Weeknd comes into this, what's that one?
51.
Wow, Billie Eilish.
Yeah, 51.
The reach around the world, you know what I mean? Like that's ultimately, I think, the Weeknd where he's different. But Ariana Grande, I really thought she'd be up there too.
Yeah, I mean,
because it seems like
62 million Dua Lipa.
Doja Cat. Like it seems like I'm stretching for names here.
52. I'm saying, dude. If you would have told me who's the top 5 most streamed artists,
Weeknd wouldn't even been my guess.
He wouldn't have been a top. It would have been with me. It'd have been Drake. It would have been Rihanna.
Bieber.
It would have been, and see, I
Taylor
wouldn't even
Swift.
have thought Taylor. See, you would have thought that, and I'd sit and think long enough. Taylor Swift would have to be on there, but Weeknd would not be in my top 5. Ed Sheeran for sure would be in there.
Yeah, guessing wise for sure. Like I started to say a minute ago. I don't know if I finished the sentence, but if I had one guess to guess the number 1 streaming artist on Spotify, Taylor Swift would probably be my guess. And
you were second.
Based off what me and you are exploring right now, I'm not right. So,
but then you have like bands like groups like Imagine Dragons have 60 million monthly listeners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I try to think about who could be bigger than The Weeknd, the fact that The Weeknd's that big surprises me. I think when we find somebody more than The Weeknd, maybe The Weeknd's the most streamed. I don't fucking know. But say he's not, there could be somebody with 200 million, and we don't even know who the fuck they are.
Yep.
You know what I mean? True. Somebody on the other side of the world making music that makes its way over here and gains millions of fans. Like, because when we talk about the fans across the world for The Weeknd, who knows? He could have more fucking fans in Europe than he does in the States nowadays. Like, it just does. You never fucking know. We don't experience that shit. But it's interesting to me.
I know another one.
What? Miley Cyrus.
80 million.
That's a good one. That's a lot higher than I thought it would be. That's what I'm saying. Like when
here you go right here.
If we were, there's the list. Who's number 1? The Weeknd. Wow.
Yeah, it's went up, bro. It was 130.
Fun fact: Miley has more than Taylor Swift.
Just
That's
by
fucking
a little bit,
nuts. Yeah. And then Rihanna. So the top 4, hit that 27 more right there. Yeah. So currently, we're most streamed, most monthly listeners.
There we go. Shakira, 78 million.
Wow,
crazy.
That's number 5.
Is she? I'm stupid.
The Weeknd number 1 though is absolutely amazing.
David Guetta, who's like a real famous DJ dude.
Sam Smith.
How do you say that?
SZA.
Is it SZA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ariana Grande was 13. Harry Styles 14. That's the one we missed.
Yeah, dude.
Calvin Harris 21 Savage is 19.
Calvin Harris has that many listeners?
Coldplay's 18.
I would have never thought that, but Calvin Harris.
Bruno Mars.
That's another one. Yeah.
But still, Bruno Mars hasn't had relative music lately. Like, that's my point. Like, you would think that these people on the monthly listener streams would be up more. Like, when you take into consideration some of these people that are on this list that don't have music that are current, like, say somebody like Ariana Grande. Like, she hasn't released, like, newer music since, like, the Boyfriend song and all. You know what I mean? That hot-ass album she had. You know what I'm saying? Dope as fuck. And my kids were all over that shit, so it was continuously being played in this house.
Yeah,
but that's monthly listeners. Think about that. That's relative, like current listeners on Spotify that are still tapping into those catalogs that generate those monthly listener numbers. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother. I mean, that's stupid money. Now, granted, all these artists have like label deals, so
machines.
There's no telling like what their cut is. It's still a lot of money, but after the label gets a lot of the stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's Jelly's?
Jelly's, last time I looked, Jelly was, I want to say, at like almost at 4, bro.
Yeah. And think about that, how broad of a fucking reach.
3.6.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, but think about it like this. A little over a year ago, Jelly was right around 1.5 million. Yeah. So he's almost tripled his monthly listeners in a 12, 16 month time frame. But I could see that being in another year. I could see
10
to 15 million.
Yeah. I agree.
But it's just crazy to think about. Like I said, putting a bow on that little
topic. Who would have
topic.
thought The Weeknd had number 1 spot?
I would have never thought The Weeknd had 108 million monthly listeners on Spotify. I would have thought like 30 or 40 million, like Lil Baby. But that just shows that I don't know
shit. You don't know jack.
I don't know shit. And I just appreciate everybody watching us, even though we don't know shit. Cinco de Mayo. I got some shit to say on podcast.
Facts.
Episode 158.
I hope y'all enjoyed that little Spotify rabbit hole we just dove into.
I thought that was dope, man. We're a music podcast and we're in the top 5. So we got to talk about that.
God, that top 5 sounds so good.
MRSIC, music.
I refuse to look at the monitor the whole episode, and I've ran out of things to look at. I've been looking like over here instead. Now I'm not even talking to my mic.
Stamped.
Yeah, y'all know what it is, dude. I got shit to say. We appreciate the fuck out of each and
I love
Chad's been throwing up gang signs the whole time.
I love you, man.
All right.
Great movie.
It is. Love that movie. Mm-hmm. We appreciate each and every one of y'all watching this morning. But more importantly, if you're listening, thank you so much. If you are watching this morning, go listen when you're done. Mm-hmm. Be sure to tap into the Show 'em Proof studio sessions that are currently available. More on the way. We warned y'all early on in this episode. March 24th. Mark your fucking calendars. The return from O&E coming soon.
Stern
for sure. Leroy Biggs, Mr. Biggs on the way. Yeah. Cinco de Mayo. Top 5. De Mayo, man. Keep streaming this shit, man. We're going up. Y'all coming with us. You ready?
I'm ready, dude. Let's go.
Let's go. It's IGSSTS.com, ChadArmesTV.com. Jackie Moon in the building. You see him over there?
No, I do not see Jackie Moon. What up, Jackie? Oh, star.
Dude, I didn't even see him come in.
Dude.
Like, fun fact, like in real time, I didn't hear him. The door opens. I didn't see nothing. But yeah, with all that being said, IGSSTS.com, ChadArmesTV.com, Squints615, ChadArmesTV. Let's get out of here.
Sturm! Bow, bow, bow.
Best outro ever. We're out.
Bitch, we got views.